we're literally going in there and we're throwing bones at each other. So I'm looking for every advantage I can get. So if he had a shitty night's sleep or his girl is, you know, doing some bullshit or, you know, cook some of the wrong food or whatever fucks his stomach up, so be it.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. Man, there's some people probably mad at you right now, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. Is because you're like breaking news
I'm
on
breaking
Twitter.
oh Jesus Christ, what did I say now?
Reporters are
Fuck.
angry. Like you broke the Tyson Fury Francis
Dude, is that
Ngannou.
real? Is that fucking real?
I don't know.
Dude.
Hey, you've done it a few times, man. You did the Kayla Harrison announcement. Like you broke that. You know what I mean? Like
I
how you
got my
getting this
sources, man.
information?
I got my sources, man. That's what people think that I just put out bullshit. But I'm slowly setting the groundwork for the career after fighting.
Yeah.
That's going to be reporting and breaking news. So it's good, man.
Yeah,
You know,
man. You're
I'm not
doing
going to divulge my sources. I have a lot of friends in a lot of different places. So just
you're
remember that.
killing it, man.
Trying,
And
man, trying.
and with social media, man, the one that sticks out the most is we just saw the fight between Norma Dumont and Chelsea Chandler, and there's that meme where she's running from and where did that come? Is that something from like reality right there? Because that hit me. I
Oh,
was just like,
bro,
I understand that. That's something
bro,
that's funny.
that literally just came to me. I was like, fuck it. I was like, that's hilarious. Like, I seen
Yeah,
someone put the picture up, and I'm like, I can make something with this, and I just
yeah,
went off. And my wife got a kick out of it. Everyone was DMing me about it. Everyone was DMing my wife about it.
yeah,
Thankfully, the in-laws didn't see it, so that's
yeah.
really good. But yeah, dude, it's fucking great, man. I
Yeah.
just, you know, it's late at night. I'm not doing anything. My wife's in bed now. The babies are in bed. I'm just searching social media or just playing video games, dude. I'm living the life. It's fun.
Yeah, man, that's great. That's great. You think you might shave for this one? You know, since you're gonna be so svelte, you know what I mean? Your face will be
Nah,
all
dude,
slimmed down.
I
Nah.
can't. Are you gonna pay for my divorce lawyers? Because
No.
that's pretty much what happened. The wife said, "Don't touch the beard."
Wow.
I'll trim it up. Obviously, I'm kind of a little bit of a wild man in the middle
Mhm.
of camp. I just kind of like let it go, and I'll get a haircut like once in training camp, um, and then once right before the fight. But if I'm in the middle of fight camp, dude, I don't care about how I look. Like if people see me like out in the streets, I literally have like flip flops on, like gym shorts, and like a tank top, and I'm just like looking like this, and I might have a ball cap on. I really don't care what like I look like. Like other people are like, they got to be all all crazy, but the task at hand is just doing the work
Mhm.
and making sure that I get a win, and that's really all I care about, man. That's it.
Yeah. Speaking of doing the work, man, this fight
Yeah.
against Khalil Rountree, you were supposed to compete at UFC 289 on pay per
Yep.
view, and then it gets pushed back.
Yep.
Why? Why did it get pushed? I don't know exactly the reasons. Can you divulge those reasons?
So I caught an injury.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say what the injury was. I'll let you know like off air or like right before the fight. But after the fight, I'll let everyone know. Um, so getting medicals done and everything like that, something came up. Caught an injury. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Um, Other people thought it was a big deal. Um, so I had to go get checked out by professionals. The professionals, I was, oh God, I spoke with a total of five different doctors. One of them being the UFC doctor. Um, One of the doctors told me that I can get a little procedure done. I'll be cleared the Monday of fight week, and I'll be cleared to fight on Saturday. So I said, okay, no problem, cool. Um, After I spoke with that doctor, I spoke with an additional two to three doctors. Not like because I didn't trust that doctor. It was just in the course of um, going forward with the procedures and like follow up things. I was seeing other doctors, and those other doctors are like don't listen to that dude. And I was like, okay. Like if I got three doctors telling me that I can't do that time frame, I got to call the UFC. I called the UFC, spoke to the doctor there. He pretty much said whatever those other three doctors are going to say is what we're going to do. So we ended up talking to the UFC, letting them know everything was that was going on. Um, had a little procedure done. Recovery time was, depending on who you talk to, 2 to 4 weeks. Or if you talk to that other doctor, it's like a week or like 3 days. Um, so yeah, we talked to the UFC. We let them know what happened. We let Mick know. He obviously let Khalil and his team know. We at that point, it was in his ball was in his court. What he wanted to do as far as if the UFC wanted to try and keep him on the card, if he wanted to stay on the card, if he wanted to just tell me to go kick rocks and I would find a new opponent, or if he wanted to push the fight back. So he wanted to push the fight back. Thank you for keeping the fight going. And that's where we're at, man. We're 3 weeks out, 2 working weeks, and a fight week away from victory. So it'll be good.
Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, he
Yeah,
really must want to fight you because he went
I
through a camp as
guess.
well.
Yeah. He just put So all in all, it'll be like 4 months. Once we the cage door closes, so it'll be good. Hopefully he's not too worn out from his. Hopefully he is worn out. Hopefully he's like super sore. Hopefully like he stubs his toe on the way in there. Maybe he's got the shits. Maybe he's had like his girl breaks up with him or something. Like hopefully it's like a really bad fight week.
In reality, that's what you hope, right? Like you
And
don't want the
yo,
best
dude.
version of the guy to come in there. In reality.
No, everyone says like they want the best version, but nah, dude. Like no, it's fight. Like if this is a fight, like I want the most advantages that I can get. And if he's gonna have a shitty day, like if he has a shitty night's sleep and that just fucks his game plan up, cool. That's on him. This is a fight. I'm taking everything I can away from you. Like we're literally going in there and we're throwing bones at each other. So I'm looking for every advantage I can get. So if he had a shitty night's sleep or his girl is you know, doing some bullshit or make cook some of the wrong food or whatever fucks his stomach up, so be it.
Exactly, man. I'm glad you're being honest about it because if I was a fighter, that's what I would want every single time out. You know what I mean? I want the best performance for myself and the worst
Yeah,
performance from you.
exactly. Yeah, because like I really don't give a shit. Like I'll put in the work either way. Like I'm working my ass off for the past two fucking fight camps, like the past like 14 weeks, 16 weeks, whatever it is. Like I'm busting my ass. But if you're gonna have a shitty fight week, cool, man. Like I'm down. Like I don't give a shit. I'm gonna win anyway.
You're normally pretty respectful, and I noticed.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen this though, but Sean Strickland, he's been kind of creating some little
yeah,
conflict with
yeah,
Khalil, right? Like
yeah. Like
he's doing the psychological warfare for you ahead of this fight.
yeah, and there was like a point in time, like in camp, when I seen all this, where I'm like, do I jump on this? Like, do I jump on this bandwagon and be like, yeah, fuck that dude? Like, I heard that dude's like easy round. Like, this is gonna be an easy fight, or just like make some shit up. Like, but I don't have anything, and I think that that's like the most like cringiest shit ever. Is if like you start talking shit and it's like forced. I kind of think that that's like if there's bad blood between me and him, like if we had a run in at like a past UFC event or like if we like train together and then there was like bad blood, by all means, go right ahead. I don't care. But if I'm like piggybacking on somebody else, and Sean Strickland's like hit or miss anyway. So like some of the shit he says is like, so it's like I'm not gonna like associate. I don't want to associate myself with that dude, but I'm also like not like I don't know. It's just a weird situation. I'm staying out of it. If like we said, if Sean Strickland starts talking all this crazy shit like fight week and it fucks with Khalil's head, thank you, Sean Strickland. Like I really don't give a shit. Like it is what it is. Like I'm still gonna go in there. I'm still gonna fight him. But if for whatever reason this takes him out of his game plan, then so be it. But I just think it's weird. Like I didn't know like that they train together. I know they're both in Vegas. I think one's in Syndicate, one's like an Extreme and Couture. I figured the gyms are cross training and all that. Like, but I didn't think like there was like animosity like that. Like I don't know. It's fighting.
One thing about Sean, I believe so, is that he's just who he is Like, and you could see it in him, like in his interviews, that that's really him. He'll say things and then he knows it's kind of weird, but he just says
Yeah,
it and just lets it go. And sometimes he backtracks a little bit, and then but
yeah.
then he doubles down on the backtrack, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you're like, dude, you should have just said what you said originally and just shut
Yeah,
up. And you
yeah,
shouldn't have like gone back and like trying to like figure it out.
yeah,
Because what you said the second part was way worse than the first part. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But you need people like that in this world, and I'm glad he exists. He's funny to a certain extent, and obviously we're talking about him, so people are talking about him, so it's good.
Like you said, it's been a long camp. So has your
Yeah.
perspective or mentality changed toward Khalil Rountree or the matchup?
No, I still don't like him. I mean, I don't, but that's no disrespect or anything to it's just I don't like anyone I fight. Um, and it's not like I have like a personal vendetta against them. It's just it's my job. Um, I know that he's going in there to take things away from me, to injure me, and take things away from my family, and I'm going to be doing the same. I'm looking to take money out of his pocket, um, injure him. It's not in a malicious way, but to cause him as much pain as I can. And if he quits during that time frame, then he quits, and that's the same. It's the same coming back at me. He's going to look to inflict as much damage and pain as he can to make me give up. So it's the fight business, man. It's nothing. It's nothing personal. Like I said, there's been no animosity between me and him. I don't think I've ever met the guy. I don't think I've ever had any kind of interaction with him. So there's really nothing for me to like create like a false narrative of like, fuck that dude, like he's a piece of shit. Like there's nothing there. Um, it's strictly business, but this is the fight business, and I got I got three mouths to feed, my wife, my two babies. So it is what it is.
For real, violent competition, man.
Yeah,
That's what it's called. You know what I mean?
that's what it is, man.
Um, Going back to other shit that you stirred up, I just when you were talking, it reminded me. Did you see the clip
uh,
of Tanner Boser just going off on the rock shoes as well?
I seen that. I was like, oh my god. I was like, thank God somebody else is fucking like getting this heat because I got a lot of heat for that. Like a lot of people were like, dude, like the Rock shoes were like the greatest thing in the fucking. I thought they fucking sucked. Like yeah, like everyone gives like the shout outs to the sponsors. Like if I'm being honest here, like the only sponsor in which I'm really allowed to have is whatever the UFC says, and they all suck except for Venom because they're the only ones I get paid from. Whatever Tanner said is completely true because everyone else fucking sucks except for Venom because they're the only ones that fucking pay us, which sucks.
Well, you got Few Will Fight. That's one of your sponsors, one of your main
Fuel
sponsors.
Hunt, yeah, Fuel
Few
Hunt
Will
guys,
Hunt.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
This is one of them,
that's
Fuel Hunt.
right. There you
So
go.
yeah, I was
Plug,
trying
plug.
but Fuel Hunt, baby, trust hard work. That's it. Now, Joey is you know, Joey and Drew are really good guys. Funny story. I started ordering a bunch of shit from them before I even knew Joey. And long story short, Joey is actually my wife's cousin. I didn't even realize it. Yeah, I didn't realize it. So I was like, I found the company and I was like, oh, this place is awesome. Like, I want all their shit. So I started ordering a bunch of their shit. And then my wife's aunt was like, yo, why are you ordering all this shit from this company? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, why do you know that I'm ordering this? And she's like, it's Joey's company. He'll hook you up with some stuff. He'll send you stuff. I was like, I had no idea. So yeah, long story short, me and Joey are related. But yeah, everything that they're doing is great. I always appreciate them. Those guys are always helping out, not only myself, my brother, but also obviously the other guys around Philly like Sean, Joey, Andre, all those dudes, and a couple of the up and coming guys. So it's really good. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
When we did the interview the last time, you're talking about you're gonna go to Jersey, you're gonna go train with Corey Anderson, and then I saw you
Yeah, it was
post a
fun,
pic.
man.
You know what I mean? Did you
Yeah, it
go
was fun.
back after that, or was that the only time?
Nah, because Corey fought. So Corey was supposed to fight. Corey fought the same night that my brother fought. So after he fought that, I got my injury, and then I had to take 2 weeks off. from like hard contact and stuff like that. I was still like drilling and stuff like that, but Corey doesn't live in Jersey anymore, so he moved back to, I want to say, Indiana or wherever the hell he's from. I don't want to like put out where he's from, but he's not in Jersey anymore. Um, but yeah, I had to take the 2 weeks off. So yeah, he ended up going back there, so I haven't been back. Um, I don't know who's like there. Like I don't know like if there's like a bunch of guys, but going down to like the Marquezes and a bunch of other places, so it's been good.
Yeah, man, I see
Usual
you
usual
going
suspects,
on
you
to
know.
Marquez's a lot. And how was the
Yeah,
rounds with Corey though? Like before, when you did train with him?
he's heavy, man. He's heavy.
Mhm.
He's a heavy dude. So like I've gone with a lot of people, and his wrestling is really good. He's got the single most fastest level change that I've ever experienced. Like actually, like fighting, like we were doing like little glove sparring and like going and getting after it. Um, he is the single fastest guy I've ever experienced on the level change. Going from strikes in on the hips, he is the fastest guy I've ever experienced. And then really just like the chain wrestling that he does. There's really been only been one other person that I've really experienced that with, which is my brother. He's the only other person who's like really been like when it was happening to me and like when I'm like trying to like defend everything against the cage, like the foot trips and everything like that, that I'm like actively thinking like, oh, this is my brother. My brother and Corey are the same type of people in the way that they string their attacks together with wrestling and all that stuff. So it was really good. It was phenomenal work, really good work.
How good is it to see your brother get a win, man? Get back in that column,
It's
in the
awesome,
win
dude.
column.
It's
Yeah.
awesome, awesome, man. If there was like a corner cam, you see me, I was like
Man.
banging on the cage. I was super excited, super happy for him, man. It was a long time coming. Um, I was really nervous about the opponent. Me personally, just because of everything that Kyle went through. He had a lot of big names, a lot of big names that you wouldn't think would turn down that fight, turned down the fight. Um, a lot of UFC vets turned it down, and some other Bellator vets turned it down, which was I was kind of surprised about. So this kid was, he was the only one who would take it, and those guys are super dangerous because they have something to prove. You have everything to lose, and those were just like the really dangerous fights. But I was super nervous for that, but he got it done, and he's on to the title fight September 2nd. So it'll be good.
Yeah, man. I gotta reach out to the bro and
Yeah,
get a
definitely just
chat
hit him
in
up.
with him. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Absolutely,
of course, man.
absolutely.
Easy. Yeah, it's like a little momentum now. For the
Yeah,
brothers, the Daukaus brothers, right?
absolutely,
Get back in the win column. It
absolutely.
affects you
Yeah.
tremendously, does it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
You know?
100%. Like you try and he's his own man, he's his own person, he's on his own path. But when you're in there every single day and you experience everything, you experience the highs and lows and everything like that with him, and it's obviously that's going to affect you, but you have to do your best to not let that affect you as much. But it's kind of hard, if I'm being honest. But it's really good to see him get back into the win column and really just pick up where he left off. So it was good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The we seen what he can do. It's just putting it
Absolutely,
together right at the
it's
at
just
the
putting
right
it together.
moment.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
He did that in the last fight.
Yeah,
Now you are entering the light heavyweight ranks, and you have a big
yeah, baby.
fight.
Yeah,
The dude's ranked,
yeah,
and when you look at the division, at the top of the division, you
yeah.
got Jamal Hill, who just won the title, and then he just vacated it because he suffered an
Yes.
Achilles injury. Before
Yeah.
that, Yuri Prohaska injured his shoulder, vacated the title.
It's cursed,
After,
dude. It's cursed.
yeah, it's cursed. It's
It's cursed.
cursed.
It's 100%
Nobody
cursed.
wants the belt, right? Nobody.
Listen, I'll take the belt. I'll take the prize that comes along with that. But whatever injuries coming my way after I win that belt, I hope it's not too catastrophic. I hope I just like, give me like the smallest, the most less time off injury I can get after winning the belt. I'll take that and we'll call it a day. Because like these like you win the belt and then Yuri blows his shoulder out and like from reading everything online, it was like the worst shoulder injury ever. Like I heard stories of like he dislocated his shoulder and then like they tried putting it back in and they were yanking on it and they just ripped everything apart in his shoulder. Yeah, so I don't know what's true, what's not true. I heard like some other shit, and then like Hill, like he ruptured his Achilles. Like, dude, I heard like Achilles injuries are like the worst. Like, they're super painful. They're super tough to come back from. Like, I don't want any of that shit, dude. Let me like break a hand or something. I'll call it a fucking day. Like, I'll break it. I'll do a hooker. I'll break an arm. Like, call it a day, dude. And it's just a scratch. No big deal, man. But dude,
Just a
that's
scratch.
crazy. Just a scratch, man.
Hey,
Just a
Hooker
scratch.
is he's a different breed, man.
He's a different breed. That dude's dude. When he got dude, I was watching that fight live, and when he got hit with that head kick, and he
Yeah.
just like looked at him and like quick clinch, and I was like screaming, like I came down in the basement because it was like super late. It was like 11:30, and my wife's
Mhm.
upstairs sleeping, like the babies are sleeping, and I like jumped up, I'm screaming, I'm like, holy shit, and I'm like checking like the baby monitors, I'm checking my phone to make sure my wife's like not like texting me like shut up, you know what I mean? You're wake the babies up, dude. It's amazing. That dude is like you said, he's
Mhm.
completely different. He's built different, man. He's a
Yeah,
different
man.
kind of breed.